bad people that I met. Like, I met the Hells Angels. If they're bad, I don't know. They seemed really cool to me, but I know stuff that they're in is bad, like murder and all that crap.
Parts of it,
Yeah,
yeah.
but they were
Because,
nice.
like,
They were,
I'm a biker myself.
yeah. So there you go, right? And I'm just saying people respected me because I respected them, right? And that's how I learned a lot of
That's all it
way
takes.
of being, right? And that's why it's been such a struggle, and I thank you guys for helping me talk about this, but it's been such a struggle because of trying to get my own daughter this whole time to respect me. And she's basically, like, I realize in a way that basically ever since she's been born and living with her mom, she hasn't fully respected me at all, ever. It's all been like a big lie because she's listening to her mom. So it's almost like her mom's threatened her in a way, like bullied her to not respect me, and my daughter is afraid to show her mom that she respects me. You know what I mean? It's actually proven too, because my daughter's grandmother, my daughter's mother's mom, would secretly answer my phone call or call me even to help me know if Sylvia was okay at home, because she wouldn't answer the phone, and the mother blocked me on the home phone. Actually, her brother did. You know what I mean? So it's just
Golly,
like,
man.
yeah. That's why I know if I had money, because I read one time too, a judge gave custody to the non-custodial parent here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, because the other parent was severely interfering in the relationship of the child and that parent. And so they lost custody of the kid. Whereas, like, that's what I was saying too. Like, I can't afford to have my kid, but at least I should have her being taught to be respectful to me as her parent. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
she is to her mother, but
Yeah,
she's
you're still
not.
dead. I mean,
Yeah, but she's not. Like, I'm treated like I'm second rate, or I'm second best, and I'm not worthy. Like, that's why, like, when my daughter said a long time ago that she had this quote where, because she told me her best friend, see, this is another thing that's kind of weird, is my daughter's best friend, her father actually deserted her when she was 2. So that's like, oh great, so my kid's hanging out with somebody who's kind of like had a dad desert her, and her own mother actually was mad at her father because he lost the pizzeria and the first house gambling. So everybody was mad at him, and he had to sleep on the couch instead of in his own master bedroom with his wife. And she would tell him to fuck off all the time in front of my kid, the grandmother and the grandfather, right? And he would sit there and grumble and take it, basically.
my
You know,
goodness.
yeah, so that's why in a way too, it's kind of like that's acceptable to do to me, because I didn't pay for diapers, I didn't have money, I didn't have a good job, I didn't, you know what I mean, all this crap. So it's just like, I don't know, like, I feel like I should never have had a kid like this, because I feel bad for my kid too, because I feel like maybe she will never understand, and she'll consistently till the day she dies believe in the lies, which is really sad if you think about it, because that means she's going to be a lump of instead of a beautiful woman that she could have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
that
that's
just,
worst case scenario.
yeah, I know. I'm
Uh,
hoping God rules and Heathen doesn't fuck it up, right? Meaning me, like, I have to behave, and that's why I'm kind of in a quandrum, or like a problem, because I don't know. Like, I know that when in the past I've been like, it's okay, come on back, yes, you're sorry, and I'm nice to her again, and then she does it to me again. You know what I mean? And then that
yeah.
makes me feel like it's like her saying it's okay to abuse me. So then I think maybe I should fucking delete all the fucking pictures and get rid of all the toys and all the memories and anything that reminds me of my daughter, and basically fuck her. I don't give a shit. She's dead to me. And then if and when she comes back 20 years later, whatever, months later, whatever, I'll just be like, you know what? No, I'm not taking this anymore. Because that's something someone else said too, is I gotta, you know, stand up to her, and that's what I've been doing too, and that's why she gets mad at me and doesn't want to talk to me, because I say, no, you can't fucking ignore me, I'm your dad. So I called and called and called, and then I called the mom, and she got mad at me and said, don't call me when you want to ask about your daughter, which is basically illegal, right? My
Yeah.
daughter's a minor. There's court papers. I'm supposed to be having visitation. I'm not getting it, you know. But so I don't know, man. I just think like I kind of that's why I feel good too. Like I don't really feel that depressed, but I am a bit because who sleeps in till fucking 1:30 every day unless you're depressed, right? Um, and I think though I'm not that depressed, like meaning I don't cry anymore because I used to cry. I'd get so upset that I would fucking cry instead of breaking something or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I
Yeah, that
really
stuff
care about my
sucks.
kid. Yeah. And but now I don't because I feel good because I feel like you know what I'm doing what is right. I'm standing up for me. I'm not believing the lie. I'm not sitting here and accepting it like like the grandfather did. I'm not sleeping on the couch. I left the house. I'm like fuck that shit. Right? Because
I
another thing,
definitely think the
yeah,
best thing is don't like keep your distance. Don't
yeah, that's what
text
my
or try to
yeah,
call or
yeah, because that's what my friend said too. I should make space between me and my mom, who basically said that she thinks my kid should not talk to me for 14 years if she wants. It's okay, which to me is preposterous. Like fuck, that's like such a stupid thing to say in my opinion. And like if my dad too, my dad's calling me fucking charity case and saying he wanted to get CNIB to get me a seeing eye dog to play video games. Like he thinks I could be doing more, but he doesn't realize like he didn't even fucking think about how hard it must have been for me to work. Like sometimes full 40-hour weeks, manual labor, lifting up table saws and chop saws up 3 flights of stairs, setting that shit up, cleaning everything up, organizing the tools, taking out all the insulation, doing all the asbestos with like Breaking Bad outfit on for
oh
11
yeah.
hours. Like I did a lot of fucking work. You know what I mean? For years to try and fucking make a good place for my daughter to come to and to give her good food and stuff to do, you know what I mean? And so, I don't know. You guys are like my family, basically. All my friends online. I don't, and my brother Justinian, he's cool. He doesn't, he's never dissed me. He's never put me down like that. But my own mom, my dad, and my daughter, totally totally unsupportive and kind of insulting, to say the least.
Yeah. I've had it out with my mom and dad, but I mean we're all good now.
Yeah, that's good. My friend Irish, he told me he hasn't talked to his mom in 24 years. So I was like, whoa.
Ooh.
But I don't know, man. I mean, that's why I kind of feel like too, like family really maybe isn't really that important because I've heard like from religion and like I think the Bible even says like when you're married to people and you have family like in this life, in after this life, none of that stuff matters. It's like everybody's equal. There's no husband, wife, brother, sister, cousin. It's just we're all there together, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's why in a way if you think about it, all this emphasis on like how important it is to be close to your daughter, your son, your brother, your mom, your dad and all that, maybe that's not true. Like maybe
Yeah.
it's
I say
just who
family is
you
what you
find
make
in
it.
life. Yeah, and who you are with most of the time in your life, that's your closest
Yeah.
memory,
Blood
family,
blood
you
don't
know?
mean nothing.
Yeah, because if you think about it too, according to, um, like, let's say the Bible or history and stuff, theoretically, I think we're supposed to all be from the same place, like people, like Adam and Eve and all that jazz or whatever, right? So
Right.
then we're all related, basically. So,
Yeah, and then that makes it weird.
no, I know, but it also doesn't. You silly. But you know what I mean? Then it also doesn't. And I think that's why I find it very kind of peculiar that any human being could think that another human being deserves to be disrespected. Nobody deserves to be
Yeah.
disrespected. That's why I think like jail, when they put you in a room and you can't see out the window, no sun, no light, and all that crap, and then in solitary for like months and years and all that shit, like, talk about ignorance. Like, they're not even trying to help these people, you know? It should be more of a Like,
Yeah, if
try.
you're that
Mhm.
disturbed already, then being in a
Place like that,
square room is not
it's just
gonna
gonna
help.
make you worse, I would think. You know? But
Like, no, they shouldn't be out roaming the streets, but it's
yeah, that
that's not
too.
helping.
Yeah, like it should be a facility where they're wait, oh you're doing it? Oh yeah, oh it got sold. It should be like a facility where it's like trying to, relate to the patients in a manner where they can relate to the facility and the people working there to try to understand love, consideration, self-respect, respect for others, etc. Right? Pretty basic, if you ask me. And
Yeah,
if they don't like that, maybe then they can sit in their cell until they want to join us, something like that. And I know eventually people are gonna want to join because they don't want to just sit in
yeah.
their cell, and then maybe they would get better. But they don't even do anything like that. They just, you know what I mean? It's like half-assed. I feel like a lot of the
Well,
systems
then
and
the
the governments and
workers.
stuff, they're half-assed. They don't have, the government doesn't have proper observation of its facilities and systems running with the people and making sure that people are doing their job correctly. You know what I mean?
Oh
A
yeah,
lot of it is because money. So they say, well, I'm not going to do a good job because I have to get paid. And I have to get paid more, so I can't do a good job more. And then next thing you know, you have what we have, which is a fucked up fucking planet with actually governments having to buy bombs and threaten each other and shit. Holy crap, are they ever dumb? You know what I
it's
mean? Like, if you think
yeah.
about it, everybody that's in power on this planet and running the countries and all that and having all the armies and the bombs and stuff, they're complete fucking idiots. All of them. There are more citizens that are more intelligent than the people in power than the people in power, if you ask me.
Yeah,
And there's no way of
yeah,
the people that are more intelligent than the people in power to actually fix anything because of the fucking idiots running everything. Sorry to say, but that's the truth. That's why God can't come and look at us, because if God did, most of us would probably die and then the whole thing wouldn't work or whatever. So God's like, in a way you could suggest, like, secretly manipulating everything, good and bad. That's why I like that saying. I have this saying, Satan knows not who he works for. Because he works for God. But he doesn't know God, but God knows Satan. Because another thing, like Gene Simmons of Kiss said, the devil is me. In other words, all the human beings, we're all like part evil. Like we all have lust for flesh and all that crap, greed and
yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean?
That's yeah. One of my favorite sayings is "the devil in plain sight."
Oh yeah, okay. Hmm.
That's like
Anyways,
I'll
I
tell people like I'm the devil in plain sight.
yeah, no, and it's true. And I think in a way though, we have to, instead of say like, no, I'm not buying supplies. I'm gonna sell this next one. Sorry, this is the last one. I can make 420. It's very small in a way. It's the bunker. But to me, I think as long as people understand, like Jesus Christ even said in the Bible, no one is good, not even me. Only our Father who art in heaven is good. So then that explains it all right there. Like all the angels, Jesus, well, Jesus became good when he went to sit at the right hand of our Father or whatever, like that thing that happened, right? When he ascended into heaven. But before he ascended into heaven, he was like one of us, and none of us are good. Right? So that's like right there
Hmm.
kind of says like no one has the right to look down on anyone else on this planet. Right? And if we have to look down at them because they're looking down at themselves, that still means somewhat like you pity them, but you don't. You have to kind of respectfully pity them, so to speak, which is not a pity thing. It's more like you understand, ouch, where they are, and you try to help them up. That's the only way to really truthfully live. You know what I mean? And I think people who don't want to try to help people regularly, like, oh, I can't. I can only take care of myself. That kind of thing, that's the devil in plain sight.
Yeah,
Does that make sense? I think so.
yeah.
So, Maybe I should put this last hour on YouTube.